The stadium is set for an epic showdown in the Big Easy this Sunday as the Kansas City Chiefs try for a three-peat against the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59. To give us a glimpse now of what's to come, Sportsnet's Arash Madani joins us live from New Orleans. Hey, good morning, Arash.
Good morning, Caryn.
Well, Jalen Hurts is still not over losing to KC back in 2023, but I guess he gets another shot this Sunday.
Yeah, and Hurts is the first to tell you that has really fueled him, has lit a fire under him since that happened, which, you know, when you think back to that game a couple of years ago, Jalen Hurts may have been the best football player on the field from the beginning of the game to the end. And now he has taken his career, he has taken everything to another level to get Philadelphia here. You think about the Eagles scoring more than 50 points in that game. Caryn, it was interesting this week. We learned that after that loss to KC in Super Bowl 57, Brandon Graham, the leader of the Eagles defense, stood up in the locker room and apologized to the offense and apologized to the team for not getting to Patrick Mahomes enough and getting him off the field. Now it's over to Philadelphia's quarterback to try and make history for the Eagles.
Let's talk about Saquon Barkley, because he's on the verge of having the greatest NFL season by a running back ever. What have you learned about him this week?
I mean, Caryn, you see what you see on the field and you say to yourself, that is a pro, and then you get a chance to be around him and listen to how he approaches the game, how he approaches his craft, and you say to yourself, that is the ultimate professional. I mean, you think about somebody who began his career in New York, wanted to be a Giant for life, but the organization down the street decided, you know what, Saquon's not worth paying the same amount of money as a 10th best safety in the NFL, and now he comes over to Philadelphia and he has changed everything. He's helped adapt and then change the culture in that locker room. He's become so valuable with his explosive runs and also just grinding out runs. And one thing that he told me yesterday, he said, when you're able to do that, when you're able to attack the teeth of what the defense is doing, you take away their will. And the other thing, Caryn, that Saquon Barkley has done this season, he has changed the running back market altogether. You think about a couple of years ago, owners and GMs said, oh, running backs are all a dime a dozen. You can plug and play anybody. There is nobody like Saquon Barkley, and that's why the Eagles are back in a Super Bowl.
It's definitely going to be a good matchup on Sunday. Do you think, a three-peat is possible for KC? Because the faces of KC, they're veterans at this.
Yeah, they are, and you think about kind of the usual suspects, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, Andy Reid. It was Barkley yesterday who said their entire defense goes through 95, talking about Chris Jones. But Caryn, isn't it wild? We're at the 59th Super Bowl, and never has a franchise had a three-peat. Not the Cowboys of old, not the Pittsburgh Steelers with Terry Bradshaw and company, not even Tom Brady and the Patriots have won 3 in a row. This would be rarefied air, and it would be the 4th overall ring for Mahomes and Reid and Jones and Kelce and company. They say they don't talk about it, but you just know it's in the back of their minds, right?
Yeah, 59 years, when you put it into perspective like that, like to think that this is the first time in 59 years. I mean, is all of this on Patrick Mahomes' shoulders?
Well, it's not all on his shoulders. I mean, his supporting cast is pretty strong. And look, the Kansas City defense is an integral part of why they're here and why they've won the last couple of Super Bowls. But now with a win here, Mahomes is in a category with just one other player, and that's Tom Brady. Nobody else. He will supersede Joe Montana. He'll be ahead of Bradshaw. He'll be ahead of every single NFL great. And here's what's wild, Caryn. It feels like Patrick Mahomes has been around a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This dude's not even 30 yet. He is still 29 years old. In a lot of ways, his career is just getting started. And if he leaves New Orleans with a 4th championship ring, man, we are watching just greatness unfold right before our very eyes.
Well, Arash Madani, you're going to have a front row seat to it all. Thank you so much for your insight. Really looking forward to your coverage over the next few days as well.